Hello, English learners. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I've got a very fun video planned today. So I'm sure you all know about memes, right? So today I'm going to be looking at some English language memes. Some of them will be just funny. Some of them will be funny, but also a little bit more useful. So there'll be a little bit to learn, but mostly we'll just be having fun. So I hope you enjoy it. And let me know in the comments, do you ever look at memes in your native language or even in English? I think humor can be a really difficult thing to understand in a second language. So it might be a challenging video, but let's jump into it and let's have a look. Okay, so this first one, we've got the R sound around the world. And we've got different R. So we've got the American R, which is a big frog with its neck puffed up. French R, which is a cat coughing up a hairball. That's not very nice. I can imagine the French R, but that's a bit mean. Spanish R, which is like the exhaust of a car rolling. Dutch R, I have no idea what the Dutch R is, to be honest. And the Chinese R, I don't quite understand that picture either. But then we've got the British one. Do you understand what this is? This is a chameleon, and a chameleon changes its skin color to become invisible. So if we look at a word like car, you don't really pronounce the R in British English. It's invisible. But in American, car. That was like very exaggerated. But it's a funny one. I give this one 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Here's another one that kind of compares different levels in English. So we've got B2 level on the left, and he's very angry. So B2 is like an intermediate level. And he's very angry, and he says, I understand like 90% of this song, but what does this specific word mean? Will it never end? Will the pain never end? So he's very frustrated because he doesn't understand 100% of the song. Meanwhile, A1 level, wow, the word he just sung means friend. I understand nothing else. So I think this is a really funny comparison of how your different expectations can affect your confidence. A beginner can often be happier because they don't expect much, but when you get to the more higher levels, the advanced levels, you expect so much from yourself that you really give yourself a hard time. So this is funny, but I also think it's a good reminder not to be so hard on yourself. Let's all have the mind of a beginner when we're learning. Watching a movie in your target language. Movie up here, subtitles down here. This is a perfect example of why I recommend not using subtitles in your native language. Subtitles in English could be a good idea, but it's just way too distracting. If you want to improve your listening, native language subtitles are going to be so distracting that it's not really going to help at all. Just like this picture shows, you're not going to be paying much attention. So I hope this image is burned into your mind so you can remember. Ah, yes, fish or gotti. So this is something that our English teachers told us about at school, and it kind of just shows you how confusing English spelling can be. So GH can make an F sound, like in rough, f. O can make an I sound, like in women. And TI can make a sh sound, like motion. So if you put it together, it says fish. So it just kind of shows you how crazy the English is. Native speakers know it. We all know it. So if you're learning English, give yourself a pat on the back because it's not easy. Okay, so this one is the first of many puns. Now, a pun is a word that has a double meaning, and they're usually quite funny because it kind of subverts your expectation. So you don't expect what's going to happen. So let's have a look at this comic here. I am so bored. Yeah, me too. Wait, I have an idea. Tell me. Okay, bear with me. So, bear with me, meaning number one, Please wait a second. Bear with me. Obviously, that's the common meaning. But bear can also mean the animal. So they're bearing together, they're being bears together, catching salmon in the river. I love this kind of one because this is so silly and it's exactly my sense of humor. Yes, we all know how this boy feels. So when you work up the courage to talk to a native speaker, my vocabulary slowly fading away. I think we've all felt this, haven't we? And this goes for talking to a native speaker or having an online language exchange, whatever it is. You know so much, but when you go to practice, it all disappears. So, yeah, very, very relatable, isn't it? We can all see that other people go through this and we're not alone. We're not going through this alone. The Futurama meme, okay. For non-native speakers out there, read is pronounced like lead, and red is pronounced like lead. No need to thank me. So obviously, this makes more sense if you read it. If you say it, it doesn't make sense. Read and red, pronounced differently but spelt the same. Read present tense, read past tense. Lead and lead. Lead is to lead someone, the verb. Lead is the material, like a type of metal. And they're spelt the same but pronounced differently. Once again, very confusing. But yeah, this is a good one. I'll give this one 7 out of 10. I like this one. Yeah, this one I've seen a lot before. And whenever I speak another language, if I don't know how to say pineapple, I can just guess. And it's usually ananas. Usually the same, isn't it? So basically, every language around the world, pineapple is pronounced ananas. But not in English, of course. We say pineapple. It's not even an apple. So, very strange. Doesn't make any sense. English just likes to be different, I guess. This one's from Family Guy. I don't know if you've seen this episode or seen Family Guy. So you've got Norse, German, Latin, French, and Greek. All these languages. They had a baby, and that baby was English. And then Noah is on the ark saying, "What the hell is this? What did you make? What is this?" So going back to the fish one, English is so confusing. The written form and the spoken form is not really the same, to be honest. And that's really because it's the result of so many different languages. And English really is the baby of all these languages. So, nice illustration. I like it. Oh, this one I'm giving 8 out of 10. I already know this one. So on the left, we've got language learning is a process that takes time, passion, and effort. Of course, that's the truth. Meanwhile, you've got learn Spanish while sleeping, 8 hours. Learn Chinese while you sleep, 8-hour conversation. These don't work, by the way, guys. Everyone is asking her questions. Everyone wants to know, how can we do this? How can we skip the hard work, skip the time, and just do it in our sleep? If that were possible, we'd all be speaking 100 languages. But yeah, I like it a lot. It's got a good message. Nice grammar meme now. I like cooking, my family, and pets. That's fine. But don't be a psycho. Use commas. Grammar matters. So what I said is I like 3 things. Cooking, family, and pets. If you don't use that comma after cooking, then it's very different. I like cooking my family, and I like cooking pets. So don't be a psycho. Don't be a murderer. Use a comma. In many languages, commas don't have many rules, also I've heard. In English, commas are very important. You need to learn the rules of where to write them. Otherwise, it will change the meaning of your sentence. Very confusing. Again. Another one which I'm sure some of you can relate to, the same meme from before. US English and UK English. And then the result is my English, or perhaps your English. What the hell is this? What is this? Is this English? Of course, I would never be so harsh. Mixing them up is completely fine. I wanted to include this one because Many people are like, oh, which one do I study? Do I study American, British, even Australian? But I would say it doesn't matter. Um, Focus on the one you like, or you can do both at the same time. English doesn't differ too much around the world. When you get to a more advanced level, you can start learning other dialects and combining your knowledge together, but don't feel bad or don't stress about the dialect too much. Oh, now we've got another pun, but this is kind of dark humor. I'm a big fan of dark humor, but I hope it will go well on this video. So the doctor says, "I'm sorry, sir, your dad was pronounced dead." Then the man replies, "I can't believe I've been pronouncing it wrong all this time." Oh, this one makes me laugh, but it shouldn't. So this is a pun on the word pronounced. Pronounce, as you might know, is how you say a word. But the second meaning is to kind of officially state something. So the doctor is saying your dad was officially stated to be dead. But the man thought, oh, I called him dad. I didn't know he was called dead. Now that I've explained it, it's a very silly joke, actually. I like it. 7 out of 10. One last meme to look at, another pun, and it's kind of a pun, and it's another one that's quite dark humor. During the weekends, I volunteered to help blind people. That's great, but why are you upset? The verb, not the adjective. So this one took me a second to understand. He says he helped blind people. With the adjective, that means people who cannot see, blind people. If it's the verb, that means he is blinding them. That means he's doing something to stop them from seeing. So I will blind you like that. I'll stop you from seeing me. So she thought he was a nice volunteer. It turns out he's another murderer, another psycho. So be careful of this guy. Okay, we're going to end it there today. I hope you enjoyed looking at memes with me. I enjoyed it. I think they were funny and hopefully useful as well. Thanks a bunch, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.